Vsauce here, and I want to make a video recommendation. I've been in the emo spirit here lately, and a video really struck me at my core. It's Dino Flask's rendition of Black Parade, but for playing Torg. So if you like Overwatch and My Chemical Romance, which statistically speaking is all of you, you might want to go check it out. Link should be up there, but it's just, I love it. Dino Flask is such an incredible YouTuber and, you know, all that lovely stuff.
When I was a young Jeff, my father took me into Nimbani.
So the cons of owning a ferret. Now, owning a ferret is a lovely thing. You're gonna have so much fun owning a ferret, really, in my opinion, that the cons outweigh, that the pros outweigh the cons. But let's talk about a few of them. This is not an extensive list, but this is just one of the things that can get annoying. First off, ferrets miss a lot. It's why a lot of ferret owners, they'll place linoleum and such in the corners of their rooms, like I have done here, and you can tell they have made some mistakes. That's just part and parcel of living with a ferret, but if you know how to use a carpet machine, no big deal. So that's one of the cons of owning a ferret. The second con is that they get bored really easy. Ferrets, when they explore and such, you know, they love to explore, they love to find things. But when they're not doing that, they get bored. And so they start wanting to explore other things. And if they even think they can get through something, if they even think that they can get through something, they're going to try it a million times. Let me show you an example. So this is my door here. You can see here that Rosie has destroyed the linoleum there because she thought she could maybe get out. And then up here, you can see where Jack has literally scraped through that because he thought that he could get through there. And, you know, if I leave the door ajar just a little bit, he can get through, and that's why he does that. But, you know, that's one of the things. If they think they can do something, even a little bit, they're going to try again. So I was thinking to myself, am I becoming one of those people who looks and dresses weirdly for artistic purposes? Am I one of those crazy YouTube artists who is doing everything they can to distinguish themselves because they're soulful, they're artistic, they love the craft, they just want to be different, they don't want to be normal? And I was thinking, looked in the mirror, I said, well, maybe. And so that can get annoying and also kind of expensive depending on if something breaks. I've had Rosie in particular, she's chewed up a good 2 or 3 headsets of mine. Granted, I've had dogs do that too. I've had a dog chew up an old GameCube game before. So it's not exclusive to ferrets that things get chewed up, but it's just something to keep in mind that if you don't curtail that or nip that in the bud really early, it can become an issue later. And also, I've had the ferrets. Here, let me show you an example. Rosie has a bad habit of trying to get into things. She, in particular, has found it very interesting to try and get into the holes in the mattress here. You can tell she's dug into that. And so be aware of that. If you have an older mattress or an older, whatever this is called, bed, what is this, a box spring? So if you have an older box spring or something like that and you let your ferrets have the room to themselves, they might try and find their way into your furniture. Some ferrets will be fine. Like Jack, I didn't have to spend too much time with him on training him to not get into my crap, not destroy my stuff. Rosie, on the other hand, has a more adventurous spirit. And so with her, I've had to spend a lot more time with her and really nip in the bud some bad things that she's learned. Or nip in the bud some of her curiosities, I should say. Because it is destroying some things that I own, and I don't like that. And so that's a con of owning ferrets, is that they will occasionally destroy your stuff if you're not paying attention, or if they find it interesting, which is why it's important for them to have toys which you don't mind them destroying. If you see here, they've collapsed this, and the tube here is in pieces. Like almost every other YouTuber I've seen who owns with one of these, is that is always destroyed, no matter what. And that's good. That means they get their destroying tendencies out of the way in a way. But it's just keep that in mind, that anything you buy for them, any sort of toy that they play with, anything that they have a tendency to want to enjoy, they are probably going to wind up destroying. It's just kind of how they are. They may not, who knows, but just if you want to get a ferret, just keep that in mind. There's a couple of things that will be, what's the word, objectionable. I see here Rosie. She likes to get underneath the covers, underneath the sheets, and then mess with the bed. And yeah, not good when you have an old bed. Rosie, I love you, baby, but I don't want you messing up my bed. All right, guys, well, that's it for me. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's a bit of not a fun video, getting to say what these guys do that you don't like, because most of the time they're adorable little creatures who, are just the most cute things. They're very loving creatures. But they do have their faults occasionally, and things that need to be addressed very quickly with them, because otherwise they can get out of hand a little bit. So if there's a habit that your ferret is doing and that you really would prefer them not do, like say scratch into your bed, you need to take care of that really quickly. Or if they're scratching into your door, you just gotta discipline them quickly so that they get the idea. You okay, baby? You got it? Huh. Well, would you look at that? Ladies and gentlemen, so I've made some real progress on my room, and I want to attribute it to me, but also Jordan Peterson. As all the memes say, clean your room and lobsters, all that. I found his work rather interesting, to say the least. It's been interesting, but so I have almost kind of sort of finished. So I have kind of sort of finished cleaning my room, fixing it up a little bit, but it's not done yet, but it's almost done, kind of sort of. I got a few more changes I want to make, but let me show you around. Okay, so obviously nothing in the middle of the room here. I have added a Nightmare Before Christmas little poster thing that I like. So I removed all the excess carpet in the middle of the floor here. So it really opens it up. I've moved the ferret's cage over this way. So all this is clear and open now. And so I have a lot more space to walk. I cut that because I think I'm just gonna move that whole entire thing, get something different. I don't know. I'm still debating it, but I like it because it's a lot cleaner to me. I moved some stuff into the closet. I moved the ferret's cage out of the middle of the room, so I have more room to walk and do things. And so there's that. And I like it. I like the room being more open. I like the room to be more available to me, for me to do things with it. Oh, and Rosie still does this, where she likes to get on top of the cage. I really hope that she can't get up there. I don't want her to try. I don't know if she will. Rosie's like, what are you doing? Here. Ta-da! Oh, and can you see Rosie's death row there? Look at that, all broken ping pong balls. Rosie likes to sleep underneath this, right there. And right next to where she sleeps, dead ping pong balls everywhere. They're all dead. Dead! And Jack is just enjoying himself right now.